In 1907, 20 British lads joined Robert Baden-Powell in the first scouting camp in Brownsea Island, Dorset, England. More than a century later, 300 million scouts have benefited from the ideals and values espoused by Lord Baden-Powell. Today, the number of scouts counts 30 million young men and women, spread out in 160 countries, making scouting the largest youth voluntary movement in the world. Each country has a national scout organization that undertakes and implements scouting based on core principles while integrating its own culture, experiences, and needs of its young people. In the Asia-Pacific region, there are 24 full-fledged members: Australia, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Brunei Darussalam, Cambodia, Scouts of China, Fiji, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Japan, Kiribati, Republic of Korea, Malaysia, Maldives, Mongolia, Nepal, New Zealand, Pakistan, Papua New Guinea, Philippines, Singapore, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. Macau and French Polynesia are associate members of the Asia-Pacific region. Meanwhile, there is scouting in Afghanistan, Vietnam, Solomon Islands, Samoa, Tonga, Tuvalu, Vanuatu, and New Caledonia. The Asia-Pacific Regional Scout Organization is powered by over 16 million members, all with a vision of promoting cooperation, peace, and mutual assistance among scouts. The Philippines holds a special place in the Asia-Pacific Regional Organization because it has hosted the Asia-Pacific Regional Office since 1956, and it organized the first Far East Conference in 1958. The Regional Scout Committee is composed of members elected by National Scout Organizations, or NSOs. The committee also acts as advisor to the World Scout Committee and the National Scout Organizations. The region supports NSOs in managing resources, finances, and properties efficiently and prudently, so that projects are effectively carried out. The region also oversees the upkeep and development of campsites and hostels, supplies, registration systems, and intellectual properties in member countries. Undoubtedly, the biggest Scout activities are the regional jamborees, wherein thousands of young people from all over come together for 1 week of bonding, physical and mental challenges, and spiritual formation. Youth forums are also regularly organized so that Scouts can reflect, discuss, and openly express their thoughts on important issues. Worldwide Scouts rely on the multimedia, like printed newsletters, e-bulletins, and the internet, so that they can constantly communicate and share information with each other. Needless to say, the promotion of the scouting movement largely depends on trained adult volunteers who share their knowledge with the young, eager scouts. Every year, the region offers opportunities for various training, workshops, and seminars for adult volunteers to enhance their leadership skills and competencies in, to name a few, management, communications, strategic planning. The Asia Pacific Regional Scout Organization recognizes the importance of continuing the scouting tradition. That is why, in 1992, it set up the APR Scout Foundation so that it can raise more funds and resources for the Scouts, especially those in developing countries. In 2000, the APR Scout Foundation was able to raise $1 million through the generosity of donor members. That amount has grown, the proceeds of which are utilized to fund community projects or interest-free soft loans related to camp restoration, environment, emergency preparedness, community development, income-generating projects, and others. Indeed, Scouts are responding to the needs of a changing world. One of the best examples of Scouting in action was the formation of the Tsunami Scout Aid Fund, which was able to raise $800,000 through donations from across the globe. Scouts are active in rescue and relief efforts, in aiding victims of disasters in Indonesia, Maldives, Sri Lanka, Thailand, and Seychelles. Through the Ticket to Life program, Scout troops in developing countries like Bangladesh, India, Indonesia, Mongolia, Nepal, Pakistan, Philippines, and Sri Lanka reach out and train street children on life skills using scouting methods. All over the world, Scouts actively campaign for a greener earth through participation in World Environment Day, Earth Hour, Clean Up the World, among other ecological efforts, including Go Green Philippines. Most of all, Scouts are advocates of peace. For instance, to celebrate the 100 years of Scouting in 2007, many national Scout organizations participated in the Gifts for Peace. Among the projects under this included giving solace for needy young people in Bangladesh, finding hope and inspiration for youth prisoners in Hong Kong, and finding homes for the displaced in Nepal. Furthermore, one of the largest campaigns for peace was the Rover Peace Baton, participated in 24 countries and 150,000 persons. The Peace Relay covered all corners of the region, with over 40,000 kilometers, bearing the message of peace. Therefore, Scouting contributes to society and the education and value formation of young people, with the mission of Scouting as its guiding principle: to contribute to the education of young people through a value system based on the Scout Promise and Law, to help build a better world where people are self-fulfilled as individuals and play a constructive role in society. Then, as now, the words of Lord Baden-Powell, the father of Scouting, hold true. He said, "Our aim is to develop goodwill and peace through comradeship and cooperation, in place of the prevailing rivalry between classes, creeds, and countries." As such, the Scouts in the Asia-Pacific region and all over the world continue to stand firmly and squarely. They all set their sights on a vision of creating a better world.
Away from home.